All right, now we're on to the power day, day one of power for the plyometric training program. So we're only going to be doing two exercises here. We're going to be doing a 2-foot hop, forwards and backwards. Then we're going to be doing a depth jump to squat jump. So again, we're focusing on transitioning and doing these as quickly as possible between reps, especially the 2-foot hops. The depth jump to squat jump is going to be a little different because you can't continuously repeat that. You have to reset every time. But for the 2-foot hops forward and back, it's important that I always coach this and have the athletes stay on the balls of their feet. Since it's a hop, you're not really planting and jumping each time. You're not getting a full jump. You're just staying on the balls of your feet. And again, I guess you can actually see my toes. Again, to set up, if you're on a field or a court, you can use a line. I don't have a line here, so you can use something like a jump rope, just so that the athlete has a visual to jump over and back. That way they're not staying in the same place. You can make sure that the athlete is actually jumping forward and back. It's just important that you don't use something, like a foam roller or something that if they accidentally land on it, they sprain their ankle or twist it. Again, you don't want something like that, so just something like a jump rope, so if I land on it, my ankle's not going anywhere, it's safe to land on. So for the 2-foot hops forward and back, again, every time we land on the opposite side of the line, we're doing our best to go back to the other side as quickly as we can. So for the arms, again, you can chop them when they're jumping, chop them, or you can just kind of leave them in an athletic stance, kind of up to the athlete, depending on the sport. Maybe you'd have them do something different, like if it was track, have the arms chopped in. But again, our main focus is on the feet here. So again, heels are off. We're just going back and forth as quick as you can, trying to clear the line every time. And for this, you don't want big hops. You just want quickly as you can, back and forth. So again, nice quick hops. The goal is speed from the front, or front to the back and front to back, not height. So again, speed is important on there, staying on the balls of your feet. Now depth jump to squat jump. So for this one, it's important that the athletes start with a smaller box, because the higher the box, the more difficult it's going to be. But if you have an elite athlete, bigger box is fine, or if an athlete can handle it, and their depth jump on a regular box looks good, then you can go for the higher box. So for a depth jump, similar to the box jump downs we did in the stabilization phase, we're not actually jumping down, we're just going to be stepping down. So again, for this, all you're doing is just going to have the athlete bring 1 foot forward, and they're just going to lean forward and have their momentum drop them down. So as you can see, when we land, we're in that counter movement position, like we would be in setting up for a box jump. So again, once we fall off, step off the box, we're going to be in this position. So it's the athlete's goal, once you're in this position, to rapidly transition into just a regular squat jump. Again, as quickly as possible. So I'm stepping off and landing them up. Again, as little time as possible. So when I land in that counter movement position, my arms are back. When I'm jumping up, my arms come up with me. It's still important to land flat on your feet, weight evenly distributed, even though we're still trying to get as vertical as possible, as quick as we can. So again, we'll do it with the other leg, stepping off, landing, and jumping. So again, yeah, it's important to still land with proper landing mechanics. And for the squat jump, since we're doing a vertical jump, it's important that the athlete pushes straight down and jumps straight up. You don't want the athlete to jump for length unless you're doing a squat to a long jump. But again, we're doing squat to vertical jump, so the athlete should be jumping and landing in pretty much the same spot. So those are the two exercises we would be doing for the power phase of plyometrics.